me get that? Bobby. No, but you guys are speaking in Vincent and Brother Keith, right?
Yes, sir.
No, I talk to Richard fairly on, like once a week we speak. But one of the things what I do for a living, I'm a mortician, but I deal with death a lot. And so what I do too is I also assist the coroner's office in Las Vegas.
Wow.
And as in, you know, lost souls and things I see, it's crazy in Vegas how many people die in 1 week. There's literally about like 70 to 120 bodies that die in 1 week.
Wow.
And a lot of them I see is suicide, a lot of lost souls, people that gamble their money away. They kill themselves. I got people, young 22-year-old kids that jump off buildings.
My God.
And we pick them up the way they are, the way they land, if they've been dead for 3 weeks or they've been dead that day. But it's sad seeing, you know, a lot, you know, I sometimes say to myself, oh Lord, what could I have done to maybe stop that person to take that life away, you know? Because, you know, it hurts, you know, it kind of touches you like, oh,
Yes.
because, you know, you can't go back from that, you know? And you see that, I see that a lot. And but this is something that I grew up with my whole life. My dad's been doing it for 35 years.
Wow.
So when I was a kid, death was kind of like, they're my homies. But yeah, you know,
Wow.
I told Richard, you know, what he's doing is, you know, his vision, his goal, his plan is very fulfilling. It's very, it's something we need. You know,
Yes.
it's something that's
Absolutely.
missing, especially with the youth too, because it's
It's
harder.
in the youth,
It's harder to get the youth because they're not at that mature level yet. You know, they're not grown yet. They're stubborn or they think they're always right. You know, and I agree with a lot of that. And we have to live, to experience, to learn. You know, and sometimes when I see a bunch of the youth that pass away, it's mainly about from 22 to 35-year-olds that I see that I pick up. It's unfortunate, and also you get the people that, you know, overdose drugs and stuff like that. But
Accidentals.
you know, yeah, it's tragic. Like this EDC concert that's up there in Las Vegas right now. Last year I did it. We literally picked up 100 bodies. A 22-year-old girl jumped off Circus. She was a pre-med student from UCLA. You know, my heart goes out for her family. Like, man, you know, she had so much to experience. You know, she had her life ahead of her. You know, and so you know, I look at you guys and I see the wisdom, the knowledge, because the people I'm around with, they're usually a lot older than me, and I tell the Lord, give me the knowledge and wisdom when the youth comes. You know, how to speak to them, how to, you know, gain their trust, gain their ability. Like, you know, I've been where you've been. I used to be like you. I used to be stubborn like you. I used to be wild and crazy like you. But you know what? The Lord is gonna show you. Like at the end, you're gonna end up always calling out for Him. He doesn't abandon you. You know, it's the one that, you know, we're the ones that abandon Him. And no, I just want to say to you guys, you know, it's great. I'm happy. You guys have gifts, talents. And I pray for each and one of you, and especially for my brother Richard. I tell Richard, you know what, as a director, as organizing this, you're going to have a lot of issues come your way because you're in a leadership position.
You're going to get hit.
You're going to get hit. And so, you know, may the Lord always be strong with you. May He give you wisdom and understanding.
Yeah,
and there's a lot of diverse people here.
Yeah.
You know, and you're going to have different standards of how things should run or whatnot. But I just tell Richard, you know,
Absolutely.
You know, you have my support 100%.
Yes.
You go right, I'll go right. As long as you always have the Lord with you, I'm going right with you, I'm going left with you. You know, just make sure, you know, always have the Lord guiding you. But, you know, I just want, you know, just share that with you guys. And
Good.
I see that perspective of life. And I'm like, I got 2 kids of my own. I'm like, oh, you know, it's like, no, that would break my heart so much if something were to happen, you know?
Lord have mercy.
Praise God.
Man.